Well, it's pretty rare to see a bald eagle in person, and that's why one local neighborhood has been clamoring to see them.
Yes, Mike Haas is here with more on that in tonight's Down the Street.
That's right, and not just one, but four.
Hello.
Wow. Total.
Wow.
That's right. The bald eagle, still protected, came off the endangered species list in 1995, yet not too many people have seen one in the wild, but when a nest appeared along the river in Harahan, it sparked more than the casual admirer. Gerald Herbert is a veteran photographer for the Associated Press, so taking pictures on his off time is not something he normally does. But then a bald eagle's nest with two recently hatched eaglets on the levee within walking distance of his Harahan home is not something he normally sees.
When you look at them, they just inspire you. They're just so awesome and gorgeous, and the fact that they're the national bird and what they represent, it's associated with America and freedom. You know, a lot goes with it.
Gerald got his pilot's license 4 years ago after falling in love with Lucy, who lives in Shreveport. So he was able to get a cool shot from the passenger seat of his own plane. He got others from the levee, but he wanted closer. The Mississippi River Badger was still flooded then, so he connected with a friend who took him on a boat to get respectfully close enough to witness a staggeringly beautiful new perspective.
And there was one where it was flying towards me, and the wingtips, the feathers on the end of the wings were all stretched out like very daintily and beautifully. There was one where his wings were in a semicircle. It was really pretty, and it was almost straight up.
Gerald was also capturing the progression of the two eaglets.
They'd lift off the nest, and they'd be flapping their wings. They looked so beautiful, and they'd hover for like 10 seconds and then land back on the nest. They were training for their first flight off the nest.
Shoulder surgery forced Gerald to his desk, and he didn't take pictures on the levee for weeks. But after our interview, he went back to see if the majestic birds were still around. And we found the nest, but it was empty. Gerald was not ready to concede.
They might be in this tree over here.
And while one might never notice them with the naked eye, there they were, the two eaglets. One stayed on the same limb almost the whole time, while the other was restless, apparently eager for flight. And with the sunlight almost gone and a crowd now gathering on the levee, he or she took off, flying amidst more mosquitoes than one ever wants to imagine. A couple of days later, Gerald was back to get some stunning new pictures of the eaglets in flight. And for the man who's covered two presidents, oil spills, tornadoes, and hurricanes, watching this never gets old.
It's therapeutic, it's nice, and it's beautiful. Just kind of go out there and start looking at them and look at their behavior.
Gerald says he also enjoyed how the Eagles drew out the neighborhood and the levee community, talking about the Eagles, talking about photos, really brought everyone together. They can live, they're amazing birds. That's the first time I've really ever seen them, know, really in person. 20 years old, 14 pounds, and
Hello.
Oh,
this is the wingspan?
Yes.
Keep going, keep going.
This is so cool.
So
wow.
we are at 6 feet, 7 feet. They get to 8
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, I had no
This
idea.
is amazing.
feet.
And you said they don't get their bald, the white head until they're about
8 feet. Yeah, till 4 or 5 years old. They're brown eaglets, stay kind of brown, till the ball, which is just white.
Yeah.
About 4 or 5 years old.
I haven't seen eagles
That's
like
pretty
that
cool.
before.
My
That was
favorite
so
stories.
neat. Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.